I know how important that one was to you. Talk us through that a little bit.
To be honest, you know, I was, before my losses in the UFC, I was associated as champ. You know, people call me champ, and you know, growing up where I wasn't very good at certain sports, it was a blessing being called champ, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And then, you know, actually one of the guys who beat me first was Aljamain Sterling, who was in the crowd front row, and it was nice to see Aljamain, and I wish him all the best in his career. But coming off the Aljamain fight, I definitely felt like it wasn't me in there, and that killed me most of all. Fought Pedro Munoz, and then that was about 3 or 4 months later, and same story there. And then plagued with absolute injuries, an MCL, an LCL, just loads of fights getting pulled out, and yeah, it was a tough road, especially when you're associated with winning, you know. And I definitely say, you know, on a personal level though, life was good last year. Got my first house, I got loads of things, but I did this sport for one reason. I did this sport before anything else come along. You know, my girlfriend has put up with me a lot, and she can see the highs and lows, and you know, my family as well have put up with a lot over the years, and my mother, my girlfriend, everybody really. And it's just very nice to be here in the winner's circle once more. It's been 700 odd days, not that I'm counting, but it's been that long.
You told me when we talked the other day that, I mean, there were times that you thought about maybe that's it, maybe I should just hang it up. Had you not gone out there and performed tonight, do you think you would have started thinking that way again, or were you back tonight no matter what? Or was that thought never going to cross your mind?
I honestly, I would love to sit here and say that it wouldn't have mattered, and if I'd lost, I'd still love this sport. But generally, I don't know. You know, I have been on the brink of calling it a day with this sport, and I can honestly, hand on heart, say that. You know, and it's not so much quitting, but it's the fact of losing out on different things. I've put this sport in front of everything, and I'm only a young man in the sport, but I definitely feel like a sort of veteran. You know, but yeah, going back to like March time last year, I would definitely say I was on the brink, yeah. And then my brother actually saved my career. My brother said, look, I think we need to spend 3 weeks in Vegas. You know, I'm a 35 and I was walking on a 170 full of alcohol and stuff, and my brother said, look, I'm going to take you to Vegas, we're going to stay there for 3 weeks and we're going to get a kickstart. And subconsciously I didn't think that it was a problem at the time, until I went out to Vegas and come home and realised that I was in a bad way. So my brother saved my career, and to this day I'm forever in his debt.
So do you, okay, yeah, go ahead.
So do you think that kind of is what happened with those previous losses? You mentioned against Aljamain Sterling, it just wasn't you in there. Do you credit that to be the difference here? Is that why? Because you look sharp out there tonight. You look like the Brett Johns we all knew. I
feel like I said, I said in the previous interviews, I felt like I wasn't mentally there in them fights, you know, and even the Sterling fight more so. You know, I felt like I mentally wasn't. I felt like I was running on all cylinders, the best weight cut, the best shape of my life, but my best tool and my worst tool is my brain. You know, my brain is one of the best tools that I can switch on, and I definitely feel like against Aljamain it wasn't there. I am not saying that if I fought Aljamain again and my brain was on that I would beat him, but what I'm saying is that I can't sleep at night knowing that I didn't give it my all. I could fight him again and Aljamain Sterling could knock me clean out, but I could happily sleep with the fact that I was in there and it was me in there. And yeah, it was tough to accept them, you know.
Is that an actual, I mean, do we consider that a call out, or is that just a fight that's on your list that, hey man, if I could get it again, I would take it?
No, at the end of the day, he's let's not joke around it. That guy is in the skies, and I wish him all the best, and I genuinely do hope he wins that belt. Would I fight Aljamain again? Of course I would. You know, I'm a guy in a sport where we were required to fight each other, and if I was afraid of one person in this division, I wouldn't have been in this division. I'd sign up to go and fight somewhere else, like any other promotion. You know, Sterling's way higher than I am at the minute, and I'm not going to be that arrogant fighter and call him out. Of course I'm not. You know, will our paths cross one day? Maybe. Will mine and Tony Gravely's paths cross one day? Maybe. And I'm almost certain that these guys, yeah, I might fight one of them again. You know. Let's not take away the fact this is Tony Gravely's first debut fight in the UFC. There's a lot of jitters there. Next time might not go my way. I'm a realist. I'm not a guy who's going to blow smoke up anybody's ass. But with me, myself, I'm a realist, and I'll get in there with anybody. And honest to God, mark my words, I would walk in there tomorrow, Brock Lesnar. I do not give a shit. You know.
How soon do you want to do it again now after tonight? Because I know the layoff was killing you.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, we're early in the year. I mean, how many times do you want to do it this year? And do you have any idea who you might want to do it with?
I want to fight at least 3 times. You know, I've got a number in my head, 4 maybe if I can push it. But I have got some big things coming up, such as my best friend's wedding that I'm a best man for. And this guy was like my older brother, you know, and I would die for that boy. And Kyle's probably watching this, and it's Kyle's wedding, and you know, I know that he's going to be chuffed during this, but it'd be nice to get that wedding, enjoy a few beers and stuff there. You know, I haven't drunk for a long time, and if you know me, I'm a big drinker. So it'd be nice to celebrate tonight, and then going back home and seeing the boys, and we'll see what happens. I want to fight soon though, so let's not take it away. I'm not going to be 8-9 weeks on the binge, but you know, maybe it's a future thing.
You've got your brother here in town.
Yeah.
Your training partner, Aiden James, with you in the corner as well. How much does it mean to share this with those guys as well?
Man, like Aiden's, sorry. So, Aiden's a guy who come up through the ranks. I was winning world titles when this kid came on the corner, and he was, and like Aiden would admit this himself. He was like a kid from Merthyr, just coming up to train, and I was already winning world titles, and he's doing his own little thing now, and he's a very successful fighter. And I took him out of this camp, and he just absolutely turned my life upside down. You know, he made me have the best. It's the best I've ever felt coming into a fight, and he is like my younger brother. You know, my other brother Ashley, who does this completely out of pocket. You know, he takes 3 weeks off work. So I want to thank the Roma boys who he works for letting my brother come out, because them two, and Wally's another guy who come out early, and Chris, but I know Wally's back. Wally's got a little boy back home, Reggie, and he's coming away from him for 2 weeks. It was just I have a lot of people who support me, and I never take it for granted at all. And just thank you to everybody who's a part of this, and thank you to my teams back home, the KGB and Chris Reese Academy. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Well,